Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick, and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. This is the place to go for high-quality, free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. In this video, I want to speak about NZD USD because at the moment we do have quite interesting price action and structure. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical side of this market, then we will move to the order flow, and by the end of the video, by using the combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here on this pair. Now, starting from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that at the moment we have a market which is breaking above a quite strong level of previous monthly resistance, which, if it will be successfully broken to the upside, would be turned support here. Now, after the break of previous resistance turned support, what you could expect is a retest of that new level of support before then getting a rejection higher, meaning that what we could expect here is short-term bearish price action for the retest and then more longer-term bullish continuation. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we have? Now, from a weekly perspective, it is quite clear how we had a very clean break of this previous weekly resistance, which was acting as previous weekly supply and resistance here, from which all this move to the downside was created. Again here, from which this rejection lower was created, which the market broke to the upside with this green candle. At that point, this previous resistance was turned support, and we can see how precisely the market already retested the previous weekly resistance turned support and is currently rejecting it to the upside. Going down on the daily, what do we see? Now, from a daily perspective, first of all, I did speak about NZD USD a few days ago. When the market had created this M pattern and was around here, I explained all the reasons for which we could expect a rejection higher. And that is exactly what the market gave us. And by the way, I will link in description that previous analysis so you can go and check it out for more free education. However, as the market is currently breaking above all structure, what we could expect in a situation like this. Now, in this case, first of all, it will be very important to see if, because this is a if, we have no confirmation of it, if the market will break above this high, at that point, this previous daily resistance would become support. And this is a very important level because if you extend it to the left, we can see how precisely the market was respecting it as resistance here, again here, again here. And if it will be broken to the upside, all this previous resistance would become support here. So if we actually get a successful break on the retest of this previous daily resistance turn support, how we could be approaching a potential rejection to the upside. Now, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily combined with the COT data, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the downside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish market as we would have to an intraday bullish market. Now, if that would happen, I will now also explain how we could be approaching that, but before, I want to check what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders. So the COT data, which is what the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators in the market are doing. Now, if we check the data for the NZD, we can see how with the last reports, net positions have been growing. We went from having minus 7k net positions, meaning that we went from having a negative net positioning in which we had more shorts than longs on the institutional side of the market to now having a positive net positioning of plus 2.1k net positions, so with more longs than shorts. This is very bullish for the NZD, and keep in mind that if you're checking the data for the NZD, you are actually already checking NZD USD because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. So if you're checking the data for the NZD, you're actually already checking NZD USD. So if we will see the confirmed break above this resistance on the retest of this previous resistance turn support, as I was already starting to explain earlier, the way in which we could be approaching it is, as usual, being reactive and not predictive. The directional timeframes, monthly, weekly, and daily, and the COT, those are perfect for direction. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the intraday timeframes, those ones are the best. So what we could be doing, as I was saying, is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during the move to the downside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish market as we would have to an intraday bullish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market and provide to us one of our valid entries, at that point we could be looking for a potential rejection to the upside for the market to complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you don't know what I'm speaking about when I say valid entries and these kind of things, that is all part of the mentorship program, which you can find at transparentfxtrading.com. Here you have the possibility to gain access to my entire course with all the rules of the strategies. You also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one private mentoring, the VIP market breakdowns of the Telegram signals, the COT data software, which is the one that we used in this analysis, the trading station software, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. And if you scroll lower here past the testimonials, you will see that there is a massive promotion that I'm currently running, in which you have a big upfront discount from $497 all the way down to $97 for lifetime access to the mentorship program. And as an option, since I have partnered with the forex broker Blueberry Markets, if you open an account with them after you join the mentorship program from your student dashboard, you can get a full refund credited back into your trading account. And if you scroll lower here, you will see that there is still time to join before the offer expires and the timer goes back, and essentially the timer hits 0. However, spots are limited, so if they get filled before the timer goes to 0, then the offer will end and price will go back to normal anyway. So I really suggest you take advantage and join directly from here in order to gain automatically access to the email and password that you will create during the checkout process. So definitely looking forward to have you on board. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis education and updates for all of you. And I will see you in my next breakdown.